What's going on, everyone? My name is JT Taylor, and thank you for tuning in to this seminar that I have for you today. This seminar is titled Planning with a Purpose, Learning How to Move from Vision to Execution. This seminar is designed for everyone. It's designed for CEOs. It's designed for school leaders. It's designed for parents and students. It's designed for everyone who has a desire to move from vision to execution. So what I'm saying is, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have an aspiration to get something done, then this seminar is for you. We're going to talk about how to plan with a purpose in order to move from your vision to execution. Thank you for tuning in. I would ask that you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be dropping some of these seminars for completely free for you. Now, if you don't know anything about me, I'll just share with you. I am the Chief Executive Officer of Purpose Pushers, LLC. I am an award-winning educator. I would like to consider myself a master teacher. I am also an educational consultant and a motivational speaker. I've had the pleasure and the privilege of traveling all over to speak to parents and students and educators and the like. So that's a little bit about me, but I want to talk to you about planning with a purpose today. So let's jump right in it. Number one, you have to have a plan. That is the basic fundamental law of execution. You'll never, ever get anything meaningful accomplished without a plan. I'm going to say that again. You will never, ever get anything meaningful accomplished without a plan. You need a plan. So here's some quotes to stimulate your thought. Number one, a goal without a plan is just a wish. It's wishful thinking. If you set a goal, but you didn't create a plan to execute that goal, then you just have a wish. It's wishful thinking that is going to get accomplished. It's wishful thinking to think that you're going to save up, $20,000 in 365 days without a concrete plan of execution. It is just a wish for you to think that you are just going to matriculate through your educational studies and graduate with the highest distinction possible, but without a plan. It's just a wish. If you don't have a plan, your goal is just a wish. So you got to plan your work for today and every day, and then you got to work your plan. Oh, that's good right there. You got to plan your work for today and every day, but then you got to work your plan. In other words, you've got to start with a plan, and then you got to put that plan into action. You got to execute your plan. Your plan is the foundation. It is key to executing. It is key to accomplishing your goals and your dreams. You need a plan, and I can't emphasize that enough. Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. You cannot be productive on accident. No one who is successful arrived at that place of success haphazardly without a plan. No, they had a vision to get to a certain level of success. And then they created a plan, and then they worked that plan until they arrived at their destination. You have to understand that working your plan means putting in the blood, sweat, and tears. Working your plan means going against the grain when you have naysayers and negative Nancy's and doubters and flat out haters who do not believe in your dream, goal, or aspiration. You cannot be fazed by the noise on the outside. You've got to be committed to working your plan. You got to be committed to excellence. You got to be committed to intelligent planning, not just writing down some things. I want to do this. I want to do. No, intelligent strategic planning. How are you going to get it done? And then applying focused effort towards that end. So my question is, what's your plan now? What is your plan now? Do you even have a plan? And if you have a plan, or let's say you planned at the end of 2019 for 2020, now we all have been hit by this pandemic on a global scale, which caused us to change our plans. So what is your plan now that you have to rethink, revise, and review some things to make sure that the plan that you have now is going to help you arrive at your intended destination? So I want to talk a little bit about that. You got to start your plan. Here's something that I created. It is a template. I call it the Planning with a Purpose template. You can access this resource for absolutely free on my website, purposepushers.com. You'll find a little link that says Planning with a Purpose template. Click the link. You can download this form. You can have this form absolutely free. It's going to help you understand what I call the 3 C's of execution. We're going to talk about that as we move through this presentation, this seminar. But I wanted to show you how this plan will work for you. The number 1 C is clarity. What are your personal dreams and aspirations for your target area? What would you like to accomplish? You see, most of us have tons of gifts, tons of skills. Most of us can't narrow down our area of focus. We want to do 20 different things. We want to have a vlog, a blog, a website. We want to be an entrepreneur. We want to be a business person. We want to be a master in the stock market. We want to do 35 trillion different things. Well, that's too much. You've got to have a focused target area. So you got to ask yourself, what are my personal dreams and aspirations for my specific target area? I want to help people. So what area do you want to help people in? I want to go into the field of education, or I want to go into nursing, or I want to go into business, or I want to create something that helps people. You got to narrow down the thing that you want to accomplish. Make sure that you have clarity. Crystal clear. You cannot have a fogged mind in terms of what you're going to accomplish, because if it's unclear to you, it's going to be unclear to everyone else. And so the first step to executing your plan is clarity. Number 2 is consistency. What will you need to start doing to turn your dreams into a reality? And once you answer that, what will you need to stop doing? See, maybe you got to start reading more literature. Maybe you got to invest time in reading some articles that relate to the area that you are focused on. Maybe you got to buy a book or 2 on leadership or personal development. Maybe you got to research some stuff so that you can learn which way or which direction you need to head in. Or maybe you got to stop doing something. Maybe you're already doing some reading. Maybe you're already doing some research. Maybe you're already doing some strategic networking. Maybe you're already investing in your own potential. But maybe you need to stop wasting time. Maybe you have to stop procrastinating. Maybe you got to stop being discouraged every time someone doesn't believe in your dream. You should expect that. They don't even believe in their own dream. That's why they don't believe in your dream. You got to believe in your own dream first and be consistent about it. So stop giving your ear, stop giving your time, stop giving your attention to people who do not add value to your life and don't believe in your dream. Don't be discouraged by it. Once they reveal who they are, that you should say, okay, now I know never to bring my dream to that person because they're not a purpose pusher. See, they're not someone who's going to push me into my purpose. They're someone who's going to try to discourage me. So it's no need for me to even bring my dream to them. I've got to stop listening to them and be consistent at it. Too often do we expose ourselves to people consistently, even though those people have hurt us or have proven that they don't believe in us or have proven that they are discouragers. You got to consistently create space so that your dream can manifest. The 3rd C of execution is create an action plan. What are you going to do? You say you want to be a leader. Well, how are you going to become a leader? You say you want to be a successful entrepreneur. Well, how are you going to do that? You say you want to move up and navigate your way to the highest level of leadership and success in the organization of your choice. How are you going to do that? You say that you're going to set aside some money every day and save up some money and invest some money so that you can become a millionaire and retire at the age of 50. How do you intend on doing that? If you don't have a plan, don't forget, it's just a wish. So you've got to find out how you're going to turn your dreams into reality. What will you do every single month? You got around 30 days in every month. What are you going to do within your 30 days? Then you break that down into a smaller concept. What are you going to do weekly, on a very weekly basis? How are you going to spend your time on a weekly basis? Are you going to save a certain amount of money each week, which will help you accomplish your financial goals by the end of the year? Are you going to read a certain amount of leadership books every week so that you can continue to grow and invest in yourself on a personal level so that you can become the leader that you desire to be after about a year, 2, 3, or 4? What are you going to do on a weekly basis so that you can prove to yourself that you are taking yourself serious and you are taking your goals serious and that you are trying to invest in yourself? You've got to have an action plan. And then lastly, on the smallest level, what are you going to do daily? Who are you going to listen to daily? Are you going to invest in some podcasts? Are you going to subscribe to some YouTube channels of individuals who pour into your life and encourage you and motivate you and inspire you to continue to reach for your highest potentialities? What are you going to do every single day? It could be as simple as listening to a song that motivates you when you start your day. It could be simply as reading a devotional or something that helps you focus. It could be something as simple as stretching and engaging in yoga to get your mind right, or engaging in some breathing techniques so that you can have enough peace to think clearly. But whatever you choose, you got to do it consistently on a daily basis, and you've got to have it written down a part of your plan. Okay. And so I have given you this template right here. Now at the bottom, you see we have SMART goals. For those of you who may not know what a SMART goal is, SMART is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time based. And in other words, every time you create a goal, your goal should be SMART. Your goal should be very specific. It should be measurable. In other words, you can determine whether or not you are accomplishing that goal or not. You can measure your progress based on that goal. And it should be attainable. It has to be realistic. It has to be something that you can actually accomplish. If you set a goal that you're going to become a millionaire in 2 days, how are you going to do that? That's not really that attainable. That's not really that realistic. And then lastly, you have to have some time parameters on your goal. You see, because if you say, I have a goal to lose 50 pounds, well, when are you going to lose those 50 pounds? Are you going to set that goal for 1 year? Or are you going to set that goal for 2 years? Because if you don't put a timeline, a due date on that goal, then that goal will never get accomplished. And you'll never feel bad about not accomplishing that goal because you'll just say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'll do it later. Listen, later and tomorrow are the greatest assassins of your dreams. I'm going to say it again. Later and tomorrow are the greatest threat to your destiny, because as long as you make the excuse by saying, I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it later, that allows you to continue procrastinating on your destiny. Don't do it. Set a timeline, set a due date, hold yourself accountable to your due date. So here's an example. I just wrote this down. My dream and aspiration is to get involved in the real estate market and make $70,000 this year off of real estate. Well, how do I plan on doing it on a very monthly basis? I'm going to read 4 articles about getting involved in real estate. That's going to be on a monthly basis. So obviously, I'm probably going to have to break that down 1 article per week, which would allow me to accomplish my monthly goal of reading 4 articles per month. See, simple. That's what I'm going to do every month. Okay, now you look at your weekly goals. By the end of the week, I will have researched at least 1 article related to the requirements of real estate agents. Maybe I want to focus on becoming a real estate agent, and I got to learn how do I get the necessary credentials or licenses to engage in that specific field. Well, I've got to first research. I may research 10 articles, but I'm going to at least get 1 article that I'm going to focus on and read each week, which will allow me to make steps towards my monthly goal of reading 4 articles per month. And then on a daily basis, what will I do? By 10 a.m. every morning, I will set aside at least 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes to brainstorm, to think about my to-do list. What do I need to accomplish today to take steps and make strides toward accomplishing my goal? You create a chart that directs your day. That's a daily goal that you can set for yourself. So I color coded it so you can see the red stands for specific. I didn't just say I'm going to read an article about anything. I didn't just say I'm just going to read an article. I said I'm going to read an article about real estate specific. It's red, it's specific. Then I said I'm going to read 4 articles because I can measure that. If I only read 3 articles, then I can say, I didn't get to my goal because I should have read 4. But without having a numerical number that I can measure, I can't determine my progress. I can't measure my progress. I can't monitor my progress. So you need to be measurable. And then you see in Black, it's attainable. See, it's realistic about getting involved in real estate. It's just realistic because it's not difficult to learn how to get involved in real estate. Now, if I would have said, I'm going to learn how to teach Mandarin, I'm going to learn how to teach French, a language that I have never studied, that's not attainable for me, not in a month. I haven't done any research on it. How am I going to learn? How am I going to get to a level of proficiency for myself where I can teach someone else in a short period of time? It's not realistic. So you want to make sure you have something realistic. See, it's just I will have read. See, I can read 4 articles a month. That's realistic. I can research and get 1 article per week. That's realistic. And then lastly, you have to be time based. See, by the end of February, or by the end of May, or by the end of October, you want to have a specific due date on what you seek to accomplish. And so I just wanted to show you that this is a Planning with a Purpose template. If you download this, it will guide you. Listen, this is not the end all be all. It's just a simple template to help you plan with a purpose. And I've made it accessible for you for free. Now let's get to this. You got to determine what your focus area is. You can't just say that you're going to be great in life. Great in what? You got to have a target area. You got to have a focus. Find your focus. So when you set your goals and you determine that you want to plan with a purpose, you're planning for a specific target area. You're planning for a specific focus area. Maybe you're planning for personal development. Maybe you say, I want to increase my articulation. I want to learn new terms, new vocabulary words. I want to be able to articulate myself more effectively because the crowd that I'm going to be associated with respects those who can clearly communicate. So you need to develop yourself. And that's what you would set for your goal when you write your plan. Maybe you want to focus on health and diet. Maybe you say, I want to eliminate certain things out of my diet, certain foods out of my diet. Maybe I'll try a vegan diet for 20 or 30 days. You set your plan, make sure it's specific, make sure it's measurable, make sure it's attainable, make sure it's realistic, make sure it has some due dates and it's time-based. Then you craft your plan based on your specific focus area. Maybe it's financial. You want to have some financial goals. Maybe you have some entrepreneurial goals in mind for yourself. You want to start a business, but you don't know how to start a business. So you got to research, how do I start a business? How do I go through the State Corporation Commission and file to start a business? You got to research that. That should be a part of your plan. If you have financial or entrepreneurial goals, you want to be specific about your desires. Maybe it's emotional. Maybe you have an emotional goal, your well-being. Maybe you want to decrease the level of frustration you have when you go to work. Come on, let's be honest. Maybe you want to decrease the level of sadness that is being demonstrated by your lifestyle. You keep coming home and you don't have any joy. Maybe you have a goal to increase your well-being. And maybe you say, well, one objective for me to accomplish that goal will be me to engage in yoga, or for me to find a good book that will inspire me, or for me to subscribe to someone who's going to add value in my life by speaking encouraging words that inspire me. Maybe you have a relational goal. You want to strengthen your family. Maybe you want to reconcile a relationship that seems to be going sideways. Maybe it's your marriage relationship, or your relationship with one of your children, or maybe it's your relationship with one of your parents. Either way, you want to set that goal, and then you want to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-based, and then make strides toward that goal. Maybe you have an educational goal. You want to go back to school, or you want to matriculate through school, get you a high school diploma, or you want to get a college degree or master's degree or a PhD, EDD. Maybe you want to accomplish some humongous educational goal. You want to go and become a teacher or a professor, what have you. All of these areas are just examples of where you can focus. But the point of this is find your focus. You can't do a billion things, so focus on a few things and stick to it. Now, let's talk about my 3 C's of execution. For those who want to get it done, If you are watching this seminar because you want to get it done, please listen to me. I'm begging you, find you something to write with. These 3 C's are going to help you and benefit you now and for your future. 3 C's of execution, only for those who want to get it done. So the first C is clarity. We talked about this. You have to clarify what you want to accomplish. Listen to this amazing quote. Clarity is alignment. Clarity is clear impulse of where to go. Clarity is trusting the path. In other words, it's trusting the process. Clarity says, I don't care how many circles I got to make, how many turns I got to make, how many times I get turned around. I'm trusting the process. I'm staying on track. I'm staying on path. Why? Because what I desire to accomplish is clear to me. So clarity is trusting the path. Clarity is not standing in a wobbly place of, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should not. No, when you're clear, you have a conviction to get this thing done. So when you want to accomplish your goals or your dreams or your aspirations, you have to have a clarity of focus. Clarity is that momentum that has no resistance. And when you're in that place of clarity, the feeling of what to do next is right there. You'll know where to go when it is clear what you desire to accomplish. So I want to ask you this. What are your personal dreams and aspirations for your target area? I want you to think about this. Drop some comments. If you would like, share it. As you share it with others, it will become even more clear for you. Clarity is the goal, everybody. Okay. What would you like to accomplish in 2020? Yes, we've had some sudden changes with the pandemic. We are all going through some things on a global scale. But that does not mean your goals have to be sitting idle, waiting for the situation to be perfect for you. It does not mean that. You can clarify what you want to accomplish and create your plan to get it done starting today. But you got to take some time to clarify that which you desire to accomplish. The number 2 thing is consistency. Listen to this quote. My name is consistency. I am related to success. We should hang out more than every once in a while. Yeah, listen, all of the greats are the most consistent. If you just take the metaphor of sports and we look at the greatest athletes of all time, they weren't great because they can make a shot every once in a while. They weren't great because they could throw a complete pass every once in a while. They weren't great because they held their block every once in a while. They were great because they were consistent. The great ones are the most consistent. Listen, you can have a great idea every once in a while. That's not going to make you great. You got to be consistent with your ideas. You can pursue your dreams every once in a while. You can wake up and haphazardly say, oh, I got a great idea. Oh, I'm going to start a business. Yeah, on Monday, you had a great idea to start a business. But on Tuesday, you were back to procrastinating and wasting your time. You got to be consistent. My name is consistency. I'm related to success. We should hang out more than every once in a while. So my question to you, what will you need to do to turn your dreams into a reality? Think about that. What will you need to stop doing? Maybe you got to separate yourself from some people, some discouragers, some doubters, some people who refuse to invest in you, refuse to add value to your life, simply refuse to encourage you to press on to accomplish your dreams. You got to stop hanging with negative people. I love this quote by Les Brown. He says, OQP, only quality people. That's all I want in my circle. Purpose pushers, people who will push me. And so you got to be consistent with your approach to accomplishing your goals and dreams. And then the last C is create a plan. Create a plan. We know that this is an amazing quote. It's a tribute. It's attributed to so many people, but it's simple. Failing to plan is planning for failure. Yeah. If you don't have a plan, then success is very difficult to accomplish, if not flat out impossible. I've never met a successful entrepreneur who neglected the need for planning. And so what will you do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis to accomplish your goals? You need a plan. Take the time today to draft a plan. I'm telling you, there's nothing greater, nothing more fulfilling than setting a plan and watching it manifest. There's nothing more exhilarating than creating a plan and working towards the execution of that plan. That thing will give you so much momentum and so much joy that you'll find your purpose and say, oh, I'm excited about waking up because today I'm going to take another step, make another stride toward accomplishing my plan. Failing to plan is planning for failure. So make sure that you have a plan. And then let's move to this conclusion. Listen, a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps, it becomes a plan. That's my weekly, that's my monthly, that's my yearly goal. That's what I'm going to do on a daily basis. When I break it down into steps, it becomes a plan. And then when I back my plan with actions, my dreams can come true. So you need to be able to move from vision to execution. I want to leave these four principles with you as I conclude today. Preparation. Preparation means get ready. What are you going to do to get ready for your goal? You say you want to be a leader. What are you going to do? Preparation is the key. You say you're going to be an entrepreneur. Preparation is the key. You got to learn some stuff. That means preparing for your destiny, preparing to be successful. Some people are unprepared for success. So even if they do become successful, they won't be able to maintain it because they were unprepared. You got to be prepared for success. The number two thing is logistics. Logistics is how you're going to work it out. This is your planning. This is your strategic planning. This is my step by step. This is what I'm going to do on Monday. This is what I'm going to do on Tuesday. This is what I'm going to do on Wednesday. This is what I'm going to do next week. And this is how I'm going to make that happen. That's the individual who I'm going to need to talk to. Those are the business partners that I need to establish. I need to create a logistical plan that shows me which way to go. The third one is attitudes. Do you have the right attitude? Are you humble? Are you positive and optimistic? Do you believe? Do you have confidence? See, sometimes we are very skilled, but our attitudes are what's keeping us down. Because you can't walk around planning to be a successful communicator when you lack joy. Come on, when people talk to you, do they feel the joy and the passion exuding from you? Or do they feel like they need to encourage you and you trying to encourage them? You got to have the right attitude. And then lastly, you've got to be able to network. You've got to be able to establish some strategic networks and some strategic partnerships. Why? Because every person needs somebody. No one will arrive at success by themselves. So establish you a team of dynamic individuals who will encourage you and believe in you and who will make you better. That has to be your network if you're going to move from vision to execution. So thank you for your time as I went through this seminar, Planning with a Purpose. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.